Good evening, my friends. Welcome to our Sunday night live broadcast. And we're going to be changing it up over the next 3 days because you have 3 more days until the end of November. And then we roll into December. So for those of you that are participating in my Zoom, I want to remind you that we need to be using the project launch script at least 3 or 4 times a day. And for those of you that are watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel, we're going to be sharing information with you that will help you build your business faster, easier, and there's absolutely nothing to prevent you from rank advancing before. Some of you are going to rank advance before the end of November, but for sure you're going to rank advance before the end of the year. Now, when you know how to identify perfect prospects for your business on LinkedIn before making a connection and telling them about your business, something magical happens. Your nervousness about talking to a prospect disappears. Any fear of being rejected by every prospect you talk to evaporates. Anxiety presenting your business to your prospects melts away. Your closing ratios increase, along with your confidence, and your income rises substantially. And finally, you will fall in love with selling. So, for those of you that are here for the first time, why should you listen to me? In the 90s, I broke the code to a social network called America Online. I used their texting feature to develop a simple formula and scripts that helped me add thousands of like-minded people to a network marketing business in 18 months. Over the years, I've trained or shared the formula and scripts with hundreds of thousands of network marketers around the world who in turn have trained and influenced the millions of people that they work with. My formula has been responsible for creating 2 generations of online 6, 7, and 8-figure earners and has helped transform the entire network marketing industry from a belly-to-belly, face-to-face business to a virtual one. People started calling this the Max Method years ago, and they now call me the father of social networking. Now, I've made millions teaching network marketers how to turn their social network personal profiles on every significant social network into an attraction marketing magnet and broadcasting platform that impacts millions of people and makes them millions of dollars. My track record of developing social media 6, 7, and 8-figure income earners in network marketing has become legendary. And my mission in life is to help everyone with a strong desire to succeed in network marketing become a top earner. Today, the fastest growing top earners in your business will tell you they owe their success to my simple 4-step formula and scripts. They teach them to everyone that comes into their business, and as a result, they've got the fastest growing teams of excited distributors in their company. The simplicity and ease of teaching this to everyone that comes into their business ensures immediate duplication that drives excitement, motivation, and rapid rank advancement deeper into their organization. Everyone follows the formula and scripts because they enable you to enroll new distributors and customers into your business in less than an hour or 2 a day in 4 simple steps. Create a free LinkedIn or Facebook profile page. Instantly connect with perfect prospects, communicate with them at will, and close a sale in less than an hour a day. And then teach the steps and become a top earner in your business. When you follow these 4 steps to the letter, they'll produce great results for you no matter what you're selling. At this very moment, you can connect with the people that you already know who are perfect prospects for your business, or connect with complete strangers that you know in advance are looking for a way to make full-time or part-time income from home. These 4 steps are simple to follow, they're easy to teach, and they can be immediately duplicated by everyone you bring into the business. And once you master the formula and scripts, you can immediately help your new recruits use them to bring people into their business, and your business grows too. So when you help your new recruits become successful quickly, they'll stay in business with you. Everyone on your team will overcome and break through the greatest obstacle facing every network marketer today: not having qualified prospects to talk to. Now, for those of you that are new to network marketing, the first thing they typically ask you to do is make a list of your friends, call your friends. And when you do, a lot of people lose their enthusiasm for the business because of the response their friends give them. They're negative. So instead, we've given you tactics and strategies. I'll give you a simple one right off the top. Change your picture on Facebook. See how many people come back and react and respond. Start a conversation. The same person that you would have called to tell them about your business instead reacts to a post or a picture change. So you write back to Betty, Betty, I'm glad you like my picture. You know, it's been a while since we talked. What are you doing these days? And Betty tells you she's struggling financially with inflation. And 85% of the time when people, when you ask somebody what they do, they come back and they ask you what you do. This gives you an opportunity to just tell them about an internet business. The dynamics of the conversation change completely. It's totally different. So as a result, you could be talking to 10, 15, 20 people every day. So you bring one person into the business, help them open up their settings, make themselves visible, change their picture, and the next thing they know, they're talking to people they're already connected to. And it duplicates. So, with access to 890 million people on LinkedIn, who's in your target market? Knowing who's in your target market and understanding who you want to connect with will determine who you want to talk to, who you'll be searching for, and how you'll engage them in a conversation. Talking to more of the right people will increase the number of people you will enroll into your business. Now, it's easy to connect with the right people because your choice of who to contact and talk to on LinkedIn and Facebook is going to be based on your personal searching parameters. Who are the people that would naturally be interested in your products or your service? Their profile contents, the images displayed and their activity, their online agenda. Why are they on Facebook? Why are they on LinkedIn? The ease of connecting with them and the ease of communicating. So what does a good prospect look like? They're active on LinkedIn or Facebook. They're positive. They share similar professional experiences with you. They share similar interests. They share similar values, or they have a large circle of influence. And they need or use what you're selling. So as you're going down a list of people that you're already connected to, these are the characteristics of a serious business builder. 5. First one, passionate about your products. Second, ambitious beyond their current circumstances. They want more. They're entrepreneurial. They would rather work for themselves than work for somebody else. They've been successful at something, and they've got a large circle of influence. So as you're going down a list of the people you're already connected to, put a number next to their name if you know them. Some of the names are going to have 4, some of them are going to have 5s. And what you want to do is reach out and start talking to the 5s, possibly the 4s. Now, everyone on LinkedIn and Facebook created their profile for a reason. Their photo and cover, plus the information provided about themselves and their visible daily activity, makes it easy to pick the best prospects for your business. Prospects who'd be interested in your business and easier to talk about. So in that bowl of candy, which represents everybody on Facebook, everybody on LinkedIn, the green M&Ms represent business builders, people who want to make extra or full-time income from home. The orange M&Ms represent recession victims looking for a way to make money and survive financially. The yellow M&Ms are unhappy network marketers seriously looking for another company. The blue M&Ms represent active network marketers that are open to looking at your business, and the red M&Ms are customers, people who would eagerly buy your products and could become business builders later. Now, the key to staying in LinkedIn's good graces is when we're reaching out to people, is to reach out and connect with people that are active. If you're reaching out to people that haven't done anything on LinkedIn for a year or two, that triggers one of their algorithms, and LinkedIn could shut you down. Are they active? LinkedIn makes it easy to pick out the people that are looking for something, because they allow everybody now to put an open to work frame around their picture. And all it takes is a few text messages back and forth, and you have a real good idea who the people are that you want to talk to, and you'll also have a real good idea of who are the people you want to avoid. So when you know how to identify perfect prospects for your business on LinkedIn before making the connection and telling them about your business, something magical happens. Everyone on LinkedIn and Facebook created their profile for a reason. So the photo and cover, plus the information provided and their daily activity, makes it easy to pick out the best prospects for your business. Is taking a green M&M from a bowl of candy. Again, prospects who'd be interested in your business and eager to talk to you about it. Now, the fast way to grow your business is to find and enroll professionals that want to start their own business on the internet. Many want to launch new careers, and others are open to work and want to generate full-time or part-time income from home. Again, they're as easy to connect with as reaching into that bowl of candy and pulling out the green M&Ms. Your business can also grow faster when you enroll active network marketers in other companies who would like to find a new company. Again, they're easy to connect with when you know where to find them and how to approach them. But your business will grow the fastest when you find and enroll unhappy network marketers with large teams who are searching for a new company. Now, because we're talking about sales, and so many people in network marketing don't like to sell. And so tonight, we're going to address selling. And I'm going to show all of you how to fall in love with the process. In Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe in, it can achieve. We've actually made Think and Grow Rich one of the tools in our boot camps now. And I urge everybody to read it. Here are 10 lessons. Because if you're going to be successful in network marketing, you have to develop a mindset that loves to sell. And that's what I'm here to help you do. First, achievement starts with a burning desire. Why did you get in your business? Why? Why are you here tonight? Start out with what you have and find better tools along the way. When it comes to social media, the tools are changing all the time. Facebook and LinkedIn are changing all the time. Show the world what you'll do instead of telling them. Happiness is found in doing, not possessing. Persistence will beat failure. Weak desire brings weak results. 99% quit from temporary defeat. You're not paid for what you know. You're paid for what you do with what you know. Continuously pursue knowledge, and failure is always temporary. So when you know how to identify perfect prospects for your business before making a connection and telling them about your business, something magical happens. Your nervousness about talking to a prospect disappears. Any fear of being rejected by every prospect you talk to evaporates. Anxiety presenting your business to your prospects melt away. Your closing ratios increase along with your confidence. You're learning the dance. The more time you spend on the dance floor, the more dance partners you have, the better you're going to get. Your income rises substantially, and you will fall in love with selling. Selling is the most feared and yet most needed business skill in network marketing. And most people have to change their mindset before they can fall in love with selling. Continual practice following my 4-step formula and scripts plus persistence will help you change your mindset. You know, about last month, I was talking to a woman who was in my boot camp. She told me she paid someone $7,000 for mindset coaching. And so I asked her, how did that work for you? The results weren't very good. And I just reminded her, you want to change your mindset? Start making sales. Start talking to people. With every conversation you have, your mindset's going to improve. Change your mindset, and everything else changes. When we start boot camp, we always refer to the power of yet, because you're all going to move through this process at your own pace. For those of you that are, I can't do this yet. This doesn't work yet. It works for everyone. Everyone. I don't know. Well, there's a lot you don't know, but you're going to learn. It doesn't make sense yet. I don't get it, or I'm not good at this. With practice, perseverance, and persistence, nothing can stand in your way to becoming successful. So here we are. We have 3 days till the end of November. How did you do in November? How many of you have enrolled 4 or 5 people in your business so far this month? And if you haven't, why not? It's easier to identify perfect prospects on LinkedIn from the information listed on their profile than on any other social network. Their answers to some simple questions confirm that they are indeed great prospects. So here are 7 simple fundamentals to loving the sales process. First, have fun. Have fun. Your profile sets you up to be immediately liked and respected. Since prospecting and recruiting is something that you must commit to doing every day, let's make it fun. Make it a game to get your prospect to respond. When you're having fun, your prospect can tell, and they'll enjoy talking to you. Fall in love with the process. So if you're super nervous, that's going to go away. If you're afraid of being rejected, again, that goes away. Are you afraid of what people might think? Or do you experience massive anxiety towards the last minute of your presentation? When you're talking to the right people, none of that happens. None of it. Are you so nervous that you do a lousy job of closing and no one ever joins your business? Again, all of this will go away. You will gain confidence with continual practice. Show your prospects how you feel. People buy with emotion and then justify their purchase later with logic. Now, you may have all the cool benefits and features, but that's not what gets people to sign up with you. Always lead with emotion. People will be more drawn to you if they feel like you're excited and passionate about what you're selling. And assume the sale. Assume that they recognize the opportunity and they're ready to get started. Don't just show someone the business. Assume you're about to launch a huge team with your prospect. Now answer these questions that are in the back of every prospect's mind when you're talking to them. Does it work? Can I do it? Will you help them? Answer these questions during your presentation and you'll have a much higher closing ratio. Close early and close often. When the presentation is over, don't keep trying to sell after the presentation. Go for the close. Ask for the order. Closing over means if they have objections, answer those objections, then close again. 7, you got to be sold on your products and services. You must be passionate about what you're selling. If you're not, go sell something else. You must be so passionate about and sold on your product or service that you feel you're doing them a disservice by not correctly showing them why they need your product or service. Now, you control every conversation that you have by asking the right questions. Remember social networking laws number 2 and 3. Number 2, don't focus on making a sale when you talk to people. Focus on whether there's a sale to be made. And number 3, listen more than you talk. Now, as you talk to your prospect, you want to learn as much as you can about them and capitalize on that information. Optimistically ask questions to identify your prospect's problems and lead the conversation and the prospect to the decision you want them to make. That's the Socratic method of selling. It's a method of teaching or discussion used by Socrates in ancient Greece. It's taught in law school, in which you ask your prospect a series of easily answered questions that inevitably leads them to the logical conclusion that they need what you're selling. Always respect your prospect. Your questions help your prospect think about what they want and what they need. Your questions help your prospect make decisions. Each question you ask prepares your prospect to say yes and buy from you. Your questions reduce or eliminate being rejected. Your questions will increase your conversion rates and closing ratios. Remember that while sales is a numbers game, the numbers are in your favor. The law of numbers favors you. So when you first begin talking to the people that you think are prospects, you must first ask pre-qualifying questions to determine if they would need or want what you're selling. And since you have so many prospects to choose from, you only want to talk to the most qualified prospects. So we want to identify and select great prospects. Qualify them by asking good questions and close the qualified prospects. Knowing in advance who the best prospects would be makes the law of numbers work in your favor. So when you're talking to a prospect, their answers to your pre-qualifying questions will move everyone through your sales process. By pre-qualifying your prospects properly, you'll talk to more people about your business, experience less or no rejection, and close more sales. The law of averages follows the law of numbers. Law of averages says that if you do something often enough, a ratio will begin to appear. For example, if you talk to 10 qualified prospects and one says yes, your closing ratio is 1 out of 10. You'll notice that your closing ratio tends to continue as long as you're talking to equally qualified prospects. So for every qualified prospect you talk to, you'd like to have a closing ratio of 1 out of 10. In sales and marketing, this is referred to as the conversion rate. The easiest way to increase your conversion rate is to talk to better qualified prospects and increase your closing ratio to make it 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. The key for everyone in sales is to keep talking to even more qualified people to increase your chances to increase your closing ratio and your conversion rate. Now, during your conversation with a prospect, you want to catch their objections before they bite you and overcome their concerns without making things awkward or feeling like you have to be even more convincing with your presentation. By asking the right questions to learn more about your prospect, you can turn every no into an enthusiastic yes without being pushy or feeling like you're selling to them. When you know enough about your prospect, from their profile, their daily activity, and their responses to your questions, you can pre-frame your product, your business, or your service as the only solution for them to solve the problem, so they eagerly buy what you're selling. And you must avoid network marketing language that negatively and automatically triggers resistance from your prospect and can actually cause them to stop talking to you. In some cases, they'll unfriend or disconnect with you. Your conversations with prospects should be all about them, not about you, and not about your business. Don't talk to people about your business in any detail until you know the answers to 3 important questions. What do they do? How long have they been doing it? And what did they do before? Knowing the answers to these 3 questions helps you determine if they have a need for what you're offering. So here are 8 essential tips to generating consistent sales without objections. First, adopt a mindset of a mentor or an advisor. And before I do that, let me just scroll down here. Let me take a look and see who's here. Okay. Adopt the mindset of a mentor or an advisor. Your profile positions you to do it. The best network marketing closers on a social network are perceived to be mentors, trusted advisors, influencers, and experts. Studies show that over 70% of people conduct research online before they consider purchasing anything. So you must build a level of trust with your prospects before they'll buy from you. And remember, people move at the speed of trust. You should always be prepared to interact with any highly informed prospect and offer personalized advice to enhance what they already know. 2, if someone has a negative opinion about network marketing, you simply have better information than they do on the subject. Now, you may have to sell the legitimacy of the network marketing business model before you can sell your company and products if they have a negative opinion of the business. The internet is not network marketing friendly. Network marketing, pyramid scheme. So in our scripts book, we have a number of copy and paste examples. Network marketing companies offer people with an entrepreneurial spirit like you and me an opportunity to start a legitimate business that can quickly grow to generate a sizable monthly income at a very low price point to get started and build a business around products or a service that are constantly in demand and serve a huge market. Some network marketing companies are public companies and have their stock traded on a New York Stock Exchange. Would you like to know more about it? And when you talk to anyone that has a negative opinion, again, the simple truth is you have better information than they do. So in our scripts book, How to Describe Network Marketing is on page 35 to 37. What do you say when a prospect mentions illegal pyramids? Page 38 to 41. And remember this, that their negative opinion is typically based on either their personal experience, the experiences of people that they know, or negative misinformation that they found on the internet about it. And again, you've got better information than they do. And so we have all kinds of examples of how to deal with these, the copy and paste scripts. Additionally, I recommend Jerry Spence's How to Argue and Win Every Time. Shows the secrets of winning arguments with everyone. You'll learn why during his legal career, he never lost a case in a courtroom before a judge or jury, and how to apply his basic principles to your business and life in general. 3, listen actively and bring value with each conversation. Successful network marketers are great listeners and are genuinely helpful. Pay close attention to what your prospect is saying in their text messages and respond with answers and solutions that address their expressed needs. This is how you help your prospect come to the conclusion that they need what you're selling and make their own decision to buy from you. You will quickly lose credibility with your prospect if you don't answer every question that they ask you. And you will not close a sale unless you show a deep understanding of their needs, or if you don't understand in detail what their problems are. Aim high, but go for the low-hanging fruit. Be selective when choosing your prospects. Seek out prospects who have the aptitudes, skills, and experience and potential circle of influence to be successful in your business, in addition to their clear and obvious need. Be disciplined. Keep an up-to-date prospect list. Group your prospects into categories, good, great, and hot. This will help you adapt your strategies, posting actions, and follow up efficiently. Manage your time. Pull the weeds from your garden. Identify the people who will never buy from you and stop talking to them. Focus your energy on the people who will. And be ready to respond to objections. You have to be prepared to handle objections immediately when your prospect comes up with them. During the closing process, your prospect may have read online reviews about your company, product, or service, or they may compare your company with another company or compare your products against those offered by competitors. Assume that they've done research and be ready to respond to any concerns or reasons to resist buying. Know your next step. Every time you talk to a prospect, you should have an end result in mind. Where do you want take your conversation? At what point will you know enough about your prospect and their needs to make the transition to talking about your business and ask them about their network marketing experience? You must always know whether you can take your conversation further to go for the close, or you're just wasting your time and energy. And when it comes to closing the sale, after someone has looked at the business, it's your job to help your prospects see why they need your opportunity. Remember, you're not in the convincing business, you're in the sorting and listening business. The biggest single mistake that network marketers make when talking to a prospect is they try to talk about their business before they know enough about the prospect. When talking to a potential prospect, your intent should not be to sell, but to identify and solve their needs and problems if you can. The earlier in your conversation you start telling people about your business, the more likely you'll experience objections and rejection. So here are 5 proven steps to closing the sale. Focus on your prospect, not on making the sale. When you're trying to sell something and close the sale, it's really easy to focus on what you want, closing the sale, because that's what's important to you personally. Thinking in that way, however, alienates your prospects who want you to put their interests first. Putting your prospect first increases the likelihood the prospect will buy what you're selling. Know your product, but sell its relevance. People often wrongly assume that selling consists of telling the prospect about your wonderful products or opportunity. Unfortunately, prospects often can't translate features and benefits into something that's relevant to them. Closing the sale consists of exposing why they need what you offer. Pitch a solution to their problem, not the product. When working with your prospect, you want to provide them with a solution that fits their needs. Don't try to push something on someone that won't benefit them. Handle objections. If your prospect has any concerns about pyramids, the price of participation, your product's auto ship costs, or their ability to succeed in your business, proactively address their concerns. Listen to them, validate their concern, then ask additional qualifying questions and respond thoughtfully. Ask for the sale. Once you're confident that your prospect needs what you're offering, it's time to ask for the sale. Don't be afraid to communicate any urgency you might be feeling to move the deal forward. Now, it is just as easy to close a $5,000 sale as it is to sell a $200 sale. What's their investment? And what do they have to do to recoup their initial investment? Now, December, phenomenal month for closing, because any investment they make in their business can be written off as a legitimate tax deduction. What's the return on investment? When you're ready to ask for the order and close the sale, stay positive, assume the sale. Deal with any objections and questions as stepping stones to closing the sale. The more questions they ask and objections they make, the better. But do not try to close the sale before you establish in your prospect's mind significant value for what you're selling. Ask your closing questions in sequence and pay attention to each answer. And don't speak or talk again after asking any closing questions. Wait for them to answer your question before you talk. If you speak before your prospect answers any of your closing questions, you won't close the sale. Traditionally in sales, the first person who speaks after closing questions are asked is a loser. You win the sales game if you remain silent. 5 question close. What do you like about the business? Do you have any questions? Do you understand how you make money? Do you see an opportunity for yourself? And when would you like to get started? The key to using my strategies and scripts successfully so you close more sales in less time is to use them with the right qualified people. Closing more sales is less about selling and more about listening and solving problems. So if your prospect doesn't have problems that can be solved by working with you or doesn't feel like they need your product, it's a waste of time and effort to continue to talk to them. The reason most people fail in sales or network marketing and lose a lot of money and time is they try to sell their product or opportunity to the wrong people. So remember, you can't fit a square peg in a round hole. You can't sell filet mignon at 2 cents a pound to a vegetarian. Now, you're going to have many chances to tell people what you do as a natural part of your conversation with them. But if it was going to cost you $500 every time you gave someone the link to your website, you'd have to take the time to qualify them before you did, determine their potential, or you go broke. Follow my scripts, ask your prospect natural questions to learn more about them. And when you let the conversation with your prospect flow naturally in the direction that each answer you receive takes you, you'll end up talking to more people about your business and closing more sales. So the secret to making consistent sales is to stop selling. Instead of pushing for the sale, ask your prospect questions, make statements, and help your prospect talk about their problems so you can show them that you have the solution to their problem. And the truth, my friends, is you can't fail. With unlimited prospects to talk to on LinkedIn or Facebook, and with continual practice, you can't fail. The content of your profile, your daily activity, will position you as to be perceived as an expert and an influencer by everyone that sees it. The secret to connecting with perfect prospects from the huge pool of prospects available to you and attracting a constant flow to you so they easily convert to new business partners and customers has to do with three things. One, the relationships you create with your profile. Two, the influence you generate with your activity and posts. And three, the conversations you initiate. The ability to get people to talk to you, follow you, take action, and join your team revolves around everyone's perception of who you are, which is completely in your hands and totally in your control. Now, LinkedIn and Facebook have changed, and they've added many, many new features that we're going to be talking about in our December boot camp. Your business, first and foremost, does not slow down in December, unless you do. You can experience explosive growth, triple your business, because more people today are looking for ways to make full-time or extra income. There are recruiting scripts, strategies, and tactics that only work in December, but can make your whole year. So during the month of November, and you've only got 3 more days, you can use attraction marketing to attract people that you know based on the content of their profile and their activity. You know they're great prospects for your business. 3 more days to November. And then the month of December, where we have 31 days of holidays. Actually, there's 30 holidays in December. And again, you're going to be able to attract perfect prospects for your business. Thursday was Thanksgiving. You could still use the Thanksgiving script all of next week. Friday was Black Friday. You could still use Black Friday to start conversations with people. What did you buy? Tomorrow, Cyber Monday. These scripts and strategies work before, during, and after any holiday. Monday is also National French Toast Day. Tuesday is Giving Tuesday. And then we move into December. December the 4th is National Cookie Day. December the 5th, International Volunteer Day. Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. International Mountain Day. Have all these holidays that are going to give you an opportunity to talk to people. And then we have Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Now, in the last month, as LinkedIn has been making significant changes, I've been quietly working on new prospecting and recruiting tactics that take advantage of these changes, and they'll generate nonstop leads that will turn immediately into distributors, customers, and sales, no matter what you're selling. Some of them will only work in the next 34 days. Many of LinkedIn's recent changes will make it easier to instantaneously position you as a person of influence, so perfect prospects will reach out to you and ask you about your business. So whether you're an old friend, a loyal student, a new student, or an eager entrepreneur that wants to take their business to the next level, these new prospecting and recruiting tactics will give you a number of unfair advantages over your competition in the next 34 days. Let me jump over here. Now, Facebook is also making a number of changes. We'll be talking about this in boot camp. Get content insights and grow your audience. Try professional mode. Get paid for your content. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is moving invitations over to notification. And LinkedIn has a new format for their messaging feature. One thing I want to point out is their GIFs don't always work. And so if you're going to be using GIFs, moving images, you want to download them off the internet, and instead of using the GIF element here, upload them yourself. Because if you send someone a GIF, it's going to show up when it's working. If it stops working, then it's not going to show up in the conversation. Lots of new changes. Now, these changes will enable you to beat your competition to the best prospects for your business. Enroll them before the end of November. Some of you are going to close a bunch of sales before the end of the month. You still have 3 days. One unfair advantage provides you with a crystal ball that eliminates the uncertainty when it comes to identifying perfect prospects for your business, so you'll know in advance who the perfect prospects are and how to easily attract them to you. Now, you can experience explosive growth in your business in the next 34 days if you do not slow down, because your business will not slow down unless you do. Inflation and the rising cost of everything is causing more people to jump on LinkedIn because they need or want to find ways to generate additional income on a full-time or part-time basis. LinkedIn is now up to 890 million professional users. Before the end of the year, I expect them to announce they have 900 million users. Hundreds of large companies are laying off tens of thousands of employees. So in the next 34 days, you got more social events, parties, and family get-togethers than the whole rest of the year put together. Combining all of these factors result in two important things. One, people are going to spend more money. Two, people need more money. So with that in mind, understand that in the next 34 days, more people will be seeking part-time work, look to find better paying job or a new job, and are looking to find ways to make money from home than at any other time of the year. The project launch script works the best in December. Now, some of my prospecting and recruiting strategies will work only in the next 34 days, and when used correctly, they'll enable you to dramatically increase the size of your existing network, experience significant rank advancement before New Year's Eve. Many of the recent changes made by LinkedIn have made my strategies even more effective than before, and some of the recent changes have made portions of my training material obsolete because the features don't work anymore. They don't exist. So what we're doing is we're planting seeds. We're planting seeds. And then, just like we plant the seeds, we nurture our garden with posts. And at the appropriate time, we harvest. Every day that goes by that you haven't had 4 or 5 conversations with prospects is a lost day. November, we had 40 holidays. December, we have 30. Last Thursday was Thanksgiving, Black Friday, National Cake Day. Tomorrow is Cyber Monday, French Toast Day. So it takes 90 minutes for the average person to respond to an email, but it only takes 90 seconds for the average person to respond to a text message. So today, 99% of your prospecting, recruiting, and business building activity can now be done on your mobile phone. Using animated content is producing immediate results. And it's a way to showcase your social networking expertise. But again, we're starting to see that more people that are using GIFs, you lose the effectiveness of the GIF if you're using LinkedIn's GIFs. The frequent use of animated content makes you stand out from the crowd of other people that your prospects are talking to. Help make someone smile, change your mood, and make them respond to you faster. So many people are changing birthdays on LinkedIn that LinkedIn is starting to limit your ability to change your birthday. And they're not publishing birthdays in their notifications anymore. Posting moving content is producing 10 times the results of posting a static image. Bad weather strategy. Reach out to people that are experiencing bad weather. Last week, northwestern New York had 80 inches of snow. The Thanksgiving posting strategy will work all next week. And posting a GIF increases your results 10 times. Moving images. Clyde, Memorial Day Friday, made a post. Initially had 55 responses. He spoke to all 55. He enrolled 5 people. Now you can build a fast-growing business anywhere in the world. And with all my new strategies, you'll beat your competition to connecting with the hottest prospects, produce immediate results, and get faster enrollments. Position yourself as an authority to everyone in your niche market. Ensure you'll be chosen over your competition. Enroll experienced leaders, new distributors, and customers faster. And duplicate the process with everyone on your team. So there are 19 actions that start conversations. One, obviously, is to change your picture. 8 on LinkedIn, 11 on Facebook. Now, I have some new testimonials that we're going to be introducing this next week. And I share these not to impress you, but to impress upon you what you can be doing. Again, if you're not talking to 10 people a day, well, you could be. If you're not closing 1 or 2 people a week, you could be. Only now it's getting easier than ever before. Easier to pick out the people that you know need what you have. My first coaching session with Will a year ago, he implemented the strategies. Within 72 hours, he was the #1 recruiter. 2 weeks later, he sent me this. It's exactly like you said it would be. Since last week, I've made 2 posts that generated dozens of easy conversations by following your scripts word for word, and I generated a dozen sales. When we started working together, he was #6. Today, he is #2.
I'm driving.
Joel, when we started working together back in 2018, was building a business. He was on a power lead system training we did 2.5 weeks ago. I want to share his results. Let me open Joel up. You know, I love it when former students come back.
Hi, Max.
How are you?
Doing good, doing great.
I love it. You know, I constantly refer to you as, you know, one of my favorite success stories, because Joel here is probably one of the most experienced, talented salespeople I've ever met. I mean, this man could sell you anything.
Sweet. See, I like him already.
You know, it's true. I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about you. You know, when I was working with you back in 2018, you know, you picked it up right away. You were doing great. And then in 2009, you decided to do this insurance thing. And I never thought that, I mean, you had pretty high goals, you know, 100 agents in 2 months. You guys did it. Thrilled that you're here. Now, one thing I want to point out to you, in looking at your profile, see, I can see your followers. And this was a sly little thing that LinkedIn did where they told you, if you want to make your posts visible to all the things that you do, then what you do is you become a content creator.
Gotcha.
Okay. And we thought when we did that, that was a wonderful thing. And it really was. But then it's kind of like in the middle of the night on a Friday night, they went in and they changed the deal. And what they did was they replaced your connect button with a follow button. So we're going to explain why. And so we need to go back in there and turn that off so that people can connect with you, because they can still see what you're doing.
Yeah, I would like that. But you can also, if you click on more, I think there's a connect button and more.
Well, no, there wouldn't be one for us because we're already connected.
Right. I meant if it was a new person.
Right. Well, right. But see, the average person doesn't know about that.
That's true. Where do you go in? I don't even know where to go in and turn it off anymore.
If we have time, I'll show you.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, Max, I want to say thanks so much. And this is going to be our first $1 million year on that. We're well on our way. And I just wanted to, I mean, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. I just can't. I really appreciate everything you've done. Just wanted to say that.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I appreciate that. I mean, I love it when people hit that first $1 million year, but not the last.
And now we're on our way.
No, congratulations. It's funny because I help so many people, but it's nice to hear it. There's a lot of people, I don't hear they hit $1 million until 10 years after they did it. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, bro. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And by the way, what he did, okay, all of you can do, all right?
Yeah.
What he
Absolutely.
did, all of you can do, because number one, it's not hard, and it's just a matter of following some simple steps. And the one thing that impressed me about Joel right from the beginning, because he's a great salesman, great salespeople know you want to listen more than you talk. And working with him was an absolute pleasure. Joe, why don't you tell everybody what coaching did for you? If you would.
Well, it did so much. I don't know if I can put it into just a few words, but it actually propelled me into the next level. And I think that's what everybody's looking for, being able to come to you and talk to you about what I was doing and just doing the tweaks, just the little things that we miss that the coaching really helped with. I don't know how to even express it. I mean, because even like coming to these things, you do a great job with these, but it's not like the individual coaching where I can ask a personal question on how I actually can make this happen. So it's like you said, we did over 100 agents in 2 months, less than 2 months on that with your coaching and our work. So it was great.
I'm going to be available tomorrow at 9:30 and at 4 for our regular Ask Max sessions. We put out a Black Friday promotion. Attend 2 boot camps for less than the price of 1. I've extended it 1 more day. Additionally, we sent out a Cyber Monday promotion for those of you that never got your hands on our scripts book. So you can look for that. Again, you've got 3 more days to the end of November. There is still plenty of time for you to add folks to your business. And it doesn't just work for network marketing, it works for any kind of a business. Dan Ladd, when we started working together last year, had been recruited by one of the top earners in his company, and then when the guy died, he applied what I was teaching him to his franchise business. Hey Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Look, I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you had used the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business, and I think you said that now they kind of brought you and made you partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contact with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, it just blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking, when I was in network marketing. I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. it's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
So go to maxsteinhardt.com/2-FUR and use the promo code double. To reduce the price to $59 a boot camp. Yeah, Gregory, I'll send you a message over on LinkedIn. Once I know when I'm usually free between 12 and 2. All righty. We will catch up to all of you tomorrow. If there's anybody here that's interested in my coaching program, type coaching, put your phone number in the chat window. And one of my staff members will reach out to you. Colin, I don't know, I don't know where the misunderstanding was. I got a message from Santa that you were gonna register for coaching, and we didn't charge it. We didn't, bill you. I just sent a message. It would have been more convenient for us if you could have done it through PayPal. So that was a request. It wasn't a bill. Don't know what happened, what changed your mind. I just want to remind all of you that coaching is a tax deductible expense. So you get to write off your coaching fee as part of when you pay your taxes, because it's a legitimate business expense. So anybody interested in coaching, either write to support@maxsteinhardt.com or put coaching and your phone number in the chat window, and one of my staff members will talk to you tomorrow. Until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.